Hello and welcome back. I've been gone for a while. I had a really nice internet detox a couple weeks ago, and this week I've spent getting a lot of things in order to allow the channel to move forward at a more progressive speed. I feel like it's stagnated, and my ideas for what I've wanted to do have kind of stacked up quite high, and I just haven't had a chance to, implement most of that. So, this week was really about setting a foundation that's going to help allow myself have some time to constantly, or I should say gradually, make updates to the channel. But alongside just putting a foundation down, I have made a lot of changes to the channel as well. To kick off, I think the most prominent thing most people will engage with is the new schedule. We're actually going to be alternating weeks between Patreon themes and no themes. I don't really have a cool name for it yet. The Patreon theme weeks will be no different than usual. We will have a Patreon track in the first slot, the 5 p.m. slot, and then a special selection after that. The sole difference is that Thursday we will do two of the theme tracks because Friday is a dedicated new music day, and I will be looking at two tracks that were released on that Friday. They aren't necessarily going to be singles or music videos. They could be something that came off of an album that released that day, but the idea is we will be listening to fresh, brand new music that had only been out for 12 hours tops. The other week is where things get interesting. Each day has its own micro theme. We have just Brian picks a couple songs and we listen to that. I'm going to start pulling suggestions from the comments again, something we haven't done in years. I want to bring that YouTube engagement back into the channel. We'll have an odd segment that's kind of going to take the idea of creator request, where I look at smaller bands and kind of condense it down into something that is going to allow me to get through the list a little quicker while still giving each of the bands their, the amount of time that they deserve. So look forward to that. It's be a little bit different. And then Friday is going to be new music again. So I really want to be keeping on the pulse with what's happening today. So yeah, that's the new big thing right there is the schedule, right? We're gonna have this alternating theme idea. Another thing that's changing is some of the graphics. I have some ideas in mind for future improvements, but as it stands right now, it took me like 2 days to do this, so it sounds dumb, but check this out. So if we're going to look at a song that doesn't have a music video component to it, I actually have this nice thing right over here. It has the album art up top, the song title underneath, and even cooler is that when I push the play button, information gets loaded in. And so, for instance, we're halfway through the song, the progress bar has changed too. And say, after this, maybe we check out another track, maybe put on some Nebula Viscaris. Everything automatically updates. It is so clean. It's going to make live streams very nice, I think. And you may have also noticed this waveform analyzer here at the bottom. I'm still not 100% sure on it. It was sort of overlaid in a manner that sort of makes it see-through. I'm still working on exactly how to put that in there, but I think it's important information, just like the volume analyzer is off in the corner. For the people who are interested and or knowledgeable about that, and so I can point to stuff as well. There are also changes with the little YouTube window box that comes down here with the music videos and stuff, but you'll have to wait until Monday to see that because things get really weird when I do stuff out of order. Everything's scripted in a very specific way, and me dancing between scenes like this, I'm pretty sure it would break if I tried to show it right now. So you'll be able to check that out on Monday, though. It's a small change, but I think it's a nice little detail. All right, next up is playlists. In the past, I have organized playlists by weekly themes, which is fantastic for that specific type of music discoverability. You know, if we listen to outsider music, right? We did that week 173, and you really want to hear some more outsider music, that's a great place to do it. But themes that are less genre based, bands with the word the in them. A long time ago, we did Arch Week, where we checked out like Archspire and Arch Echo, and why can't I remember them? Man, there were a few of them that was pretty. It was a neat week, but most people aren't going to say, "Hey, I liked Arch Echo. Let me check this playlist and see what else is like it," because there wasn't really a sonic element that paired them all together. So I will continue on with the theme-based playlist, but they will be unlisted on YouTube. If to find them, you're going to have to go off-site. I'm going to get it all cleaned up eventually, but for the time being, I am making genre playlists. So if you hear a death metal track, you go find the death metal playlist, and maybe you'll find some more stuff like it. We got the progressive metal right there, new metal. Um, as I go through, I'm adding more playlists to it. I am at week 30 right now, out of like 175, 76. Did we pass 180 yet? I don't remember. Anyways, I have a long way to go. This takes forever, especially since I need to look up each track, and I tend to listen to a little bit of it as well, because just because, an album genre is death metal doesn't mean that this specific track is death metal. It could be an instrumental interlude, which would make it more like folk metal or maybe classical. So I want to make sure I get the song's genre correct, even if it comes off of an album with a totally different genre. So it's taking time to go through, but I think the end result is going to be worthwhile, and it's going to help two things. One, people find more of my reactions with the music they like. That was one of the big complaints I got with, or I should say criticisms I got with the High Ren video, is that they looked at my channel and all they found was metal and rock, and they would like to listen to more of my pop reactions, and I didn't really have a way to point them in that direction. But also for people to find more music. If you listen to a track and you're like, "Oh, what is that?" and I'm like, "It's post-hardcore," you're like, "Oh, I got a whole folder of post-hardcore reactions I've done. Maybe you can go find some more stuff that you like." So I know some people are gonna like the themed playlists. Like I said, we'll keep them. They just won't be visible on the channel page. You'll have to find them by clicking a link, probably in a spreadsheet for now, and then eventually, a website. So yeah, that wraps that point up. Next is live streams. Live streams are going to be open for everyone. Sundays at 11 a.m. The link will go live in your YouTube feed list. You'll be able to join in, watch, chat. However, the song selection is still coming from Patreon, so if you want to get a song in there, you're going to have to join in over there. I do think it will make chat just a little bit more livelier, and at least the past few times that we've tried this, it hasn't got out of hand. So I really appreciate the community that we have surrounding critical reactions, and I think it'll be just fine if we make it a permanent addition. Additionally, I know it's kind of weird. I'm a composer, I make music, and when I have my opening slide there for the live streams, there's no music there. I don't know how this has slipped by for so long. I'm working on the finishing touches. Hopefully tomorrow I can get that done. And so Sunday, there won't be just dead air. If I have to walk away or during the setting up section, we'll actually have music playing, which should have been there all along. The weirdest omission for my skill set. So I'm excited about that. Finally, special selections are changing a little bit in two ways. One is the donation amount is getting bumped up a little bit from $20 to $30 for a 30-minute song or less. The other change, though, I think some people are going to be pretty happy about. I don't know how many people are going to actually be utilizing this option, but I will be taking requests for songs over 30 minutes now. I don't have a hard cap on this. I might regret that in the long run, but for the time being, any song over 30 minutes will be a $60 donation. Um, and I may end up capping that at an hour eventually. I'm waiting, see how many people decide to give me like a 10-hour song, and maybe I'll just have to. You know what? I'm just going to revise right here. 1 hour is the cap because I can already see problems going. So for 0 to 30 minutes, it's $30. From 30 to 60 minutes, it's $60. That's pretty easy. That maths out pretty well. I do want to put a little caveat in here though. The queue for special selections is pretty lengthy at the moment. I think we bumped up to a 4-month wait. You can always find the list in the Linktree link. I always have a Linktree link in the description of every video. When you click it, it takes you to a menu that looks like, this is weird because I don't usually do it this way. It looks like this. And this is a little outdated, but all the way on the bottom, it says upcoming special selections, critical reaction scheduling, and more, I think. And you click that, and it'll take you to a spreadsheet, and you can find the list in there. And I think we're looking at 40 tracks right now. So it's going to take some time. So, if you want to hold off a little bit, so you don't have to wait so long between the donation and getting your request in, just giving a heads up on that. And the final thing, and this is more of a coming around the corner concept, is that there will be more live streams. That was not supposed to happen, but whatever. Yeah, like, subscribe, ring the bell, please. There will be more live streams happening aside from the Sunday Patreon one. I need to get used to my new recording schedule. And school needs to get back in, which is still a few weeks off. But once that happens, and I get adjusted to things, I will be streaming on Twitch. I don't know how often. I'm thinking maybe once or twice a week. But there will be composition live streams like we did last year, I think. I started on this once and things got away from me and I never got back on it. But live compositions, just general chatting, and I think I might even just do some gaming. I know some people in the community really want me to play Nier to experience the story and the soundtrack, and I'll probably end up doing that live. I play rhythm games, and I guess that kind of like leans into the musical side as well. Dance Dance Revolution and Beat Saber. So I'm not sure exactly how much of the gaming is going to lead into a musical component. It may just be straight gaming. But I know some people have wanted to game with me. We used to do game sessions. I don't know if people remember this. Actually, I guess only a small amount of people would because I think the Discord was closed at the time. But we played Community Among Us. Me and like 7 people from the Discord, I think, a few times. And man, should get back on that because that was a blast. Anyways, now I'm rambling, and I've gone through my list, so rambling tends to happen when I run out of structured things to say, so we're going to wrap this up. um, those are all the updates that are going on now. I'm ready to get back into the swing of things. This upcoming week is going to be a no-themed week, so we're going to be exploring some of my selections, some comments from YouTube, and some upcoming artists. The week after, we will begin exploring Going on a Journey, the Patreon theme, where we look at songs that take you on a journey. And I'm pretty sure that Monday, we're going to kick the theme off with a 20-minute track from Agalok, which is daunting, but you know what? I'm ready for it. We're gonna dive in real heavy with lengthy tracks in a couple weeks. All right, so I hope y'all are as excited as I am about all these changes. And looking forward to more. Like I said, I'm laying a foundation to give myself room to consistently improve things rather than just kind of running things as they are. All right, check you guys next time. Get ready for some musical analysis next week. It's been 2 weeks and I'm ready to get back into it. Are you? All right, have a fantastic morning, afternoon, or evening. whenever you choose to watch my videos.